Hey, Corey here, and welcome to the bonus features of our new record, Shogun. I'm going to show you how to play some of my favorite riffs and parts from the new record, and try to show some good amount of riffs that don't utilize the 7th strings. I know a lot of people probably don't have 7 strings, so try to show you some stuff you can play right away without having to buy a 7th string or tune your guitar all the way down to fucking get that note. The first song we're going to dive into and learn some riffs from is a track called Down the Sky. So here we go, let's get into it. This is I guess you could call it the pre-chorus riff to Down the Sky, so it's here it goes. And that's one round, and then it just repeats like 4 times, so. And then slow, it's. And that's riff number 1. All right, next riff I'm going to show you is another interesting riff in the song Down the Sky. It's the middle section riff, which is a pretty kooky riff. It's a lot of chromatic stuff. When we first wrote it, it was pretty strange for us. It doesn't really follow like a standard key, I guess. It's this is the first middle riff of the song, so it's like. So slow, you gotta do the frickin' bend. Usually when we play the riff, since it's from here to here and you gotta bend, that's probably a good exercise if you're not used to using your pinky a lot. A lot of people don't really use a lot of our pinkies for stuff, and this riff would be a good one just to get used to bending. Because then it's like less movement on your hands. And also on this one, it's just, so you gotta remember to hit the open. Kind of gets blurred in there from all the palm muting, but it's there. The next riff is the riff that comes right after that, which is same notes, and it's kind of picked and played differently in different sections. So when it first comes in, it's got a few little, it starts off like slide into the notes. I think Matt did that on the record. So I'm not sure exactly where he slides from, but you can pretty much slide from anywhere to get the same feel of the. So that's what after, and then when it comes in with the full band, it's got more of a triplet kind of. That's the second round, and then the third round is just fast tremolo picking, just. So same thing, you can practice like 3 different picking styles to the same riff. So that's another really cool one that sounds really cool on the record. All right, the second song we're going to go into is this would be catered to non-7 string players out there that'll be able to play the riff right away and not have to worry about missing any notes. So we're going to get into a really fast track on the record called Insurrection. So enjoy. This is the opening riff for the song Insurrections. And this riff, since it's really fast, it's going to be tricky to slow down because it's been a while since I played it slow, but it's I'll show you all the note movements, and just by listening to it, you can probably figure out all the little accents of triplets and stuff, but it's. So there's the first riff, Insurrection, and then the verse riff. It's pretty simple, just really fast, got a lot of down picking, some like triplets and stuff, but fretboard wise it's pretty simple except for one little run, but it's up to tempo. It's and then slow down, it's just and the pre-chorus riff to that song, another fast down picking thing, but it's on the A string. And slow. The chorus riff that comes in right after that riff is and slow. It's so there's a few riffs that I show you, and you want to learn some more riffs, Matt's going to show some riffs, and then Paul will have some stuff. So check you guys later.
I'm going to show you some of the riffs that we did on this album. This is the very rhythm guitar that we tracked just about all the rhythms with. You can see we put some tape up here to deaden some strings, some tissue back here and some tape. It doesn't look good, but it helps with the noise. And our engineer, Fig, made a volume knob, because I don't really have any volume clicks, because, you know, sometimes you back off on volume for recording stuff. But anyway, here's some of the riffs. What I'm going to show you first is the solo sections riff from the song Shogun. This is what's going on the rhythm guitar part during the solos. It's like towards minute 9 or 10. Here it goes. And that riff slowly is, and this is in the key of B minor, it goes. I might have played this one part too few, but you'll be able to figure that out. I'm not sure if I did. That thing. Here's yet another riff from Shogun. Here is the chorus to Shogun. That work? This one's got simple chords in B minor, just as most of the CD is, but that's okay sometimes, I guess. It goes like this. Uh-oh. What that does is normal B minor, G major, D major, F suspended, or F sharp suspended to F major, and the second ending is F sharp suspended to F sharp 7, I think. I don't really know music theory, so don't hold me at that one either. And that's the whole chorus. It's a common progression, you know. But that happens in music, you know. There's only a couple notes to write with, and it sounded right. There's a cool melody going over that. It's like. has a harmony as well, which ends up sounding like this. It's not both played at the same time, it's played separately, but it's... I messed up. Here is the verse guitar part of Into the Mouth of Hell We March. It's like... What's cool about that riff is like the intro thing, was actually written in a park bench in Denmark on, which tour was that? I think it might have been the headlining tour we did, maybe. Not exactly sure. It was in Copenhagen. It was in the venue that fits about like 800 or 600 people or whatever, the place that we usually play. We've opened up for Arch Enemy there. I think we did a headlining show there with, I believe, Sanctity and Annihilator and Gojira. I think that's the tour. I could be mistaken though. But anyway, so I wrote that riff on my practice guitar outside, sitting on the park bench after doing the interviews for the day. And it just came to me like there was something about like the feel of the day, you know, and that riff, you know, ended up sounding, you know, it's got that feel, like that, you know, it had like the kind of cold feel to it, because it was a very cold day that day. But anyway, so that verse riff. Oops, start over. Fuck. These riffs are hard to play slow. And on this part, there's a harmony on this. I believe it goes... on the other guitar, just a subtle little harmony in there. And there's the verse. The chorus is a unique chorus. It's like a faster full chords, which sounds really weird by itself. It sounds like a pop song, but in the song it works really well. It sounds like a black metal pop song by itself. It's got the minors, or majors, sorry, minor. Another common progression in music in general, but something that just worked out really nicely. Here's a riff from Torn Between Scylla and Charybdis. All right, here's the main theme from Torn Between, the intro lead melody thing. Let me get a little cleaner. That riff is a riff I remember we wrote in the dressing room on that same headlining tour I mentioned with Sanctity, Annihilator, and Gojira. Remember, I wrote that riff and I showed it to Gil from Metal Hammer, and he was freaking out, so I always call this the Gil riff. It's a riff for him. Anyway, so that riff is just, it's all in B minor, as like I said, most of the album is. I prefer the neck pickup on that part, and you just... It's 12, 15, 14, 10, and that's it. The harmony. And then there's a third harmony that comes in. Oops. And here's the harmony faster. And there's all the parts. That part on the recording, I remember, you know, it's like 10 seconds, 30 seconds, maybe a minute of music or whatever, however long it is. That shit took like 2 hours to do. It's just all a matter of, because it's such an intricate part to get so tight that with any string noise or any fuck ups, like we had to tape down these strings just to get it right. I know we've got that footage somewhere. It's really killer the way that happened. I remember when we did this high part, I actually had to, our assistant engineer on the album, Ben Terry, actually had to be a human capo and hold down this fret right here. So I can go like this with this higher octave thing. So it sounded really cool. That riff sounds like a dance riff, techno riff. Next riff I want to show you is the pre-chorus, or something. I'm not exactly sure what it is from Torn. It's like the theme part where I say torn between. It goes like this. That riff slowly is. For that riff, it goes in and out of normal power chords, such as like this. Comes into some different shaped power chords like V's. For the first ending, it slides up from kind of an uglier sounding chord, and the second time. And the fills here, they were just randomly made up. This song is all in B minor. It goes in and out of B harmonic minor, and this note is out of key, but it just works. Sometimes that happens, and sometimes it works. For that fill, and there's a harmony for that riff as well. I believe it's up here. Shit. I don't remember what it was. I think it's that. Could be wrong. If I'm wrong, oh well. I know a lot of you probably don't own 7 strings. If you don't own 7 strings, it's fine to play this crap. All you gotta do is tune your 6 string down. Just gonna make sure, have someone do it right. Because if you have a Floyd and you put a thick ass string on it, you're gonna kill your guitar. So it's definitely possible to set up 6 strings in that way. You'll just have to cut off the high E or modify the G to something that works. So you can either like tune it just with these 6 strings and just ignore this guy, or you can tune it to B standard, which I don't know what the hell that does, but you can definitely play this. This next riff is from the song Kiri Ste Gomen, or KG, as we usually call it for short. Kiri Ste Gomen. The U's in Japanese are kind of silent sounding in some words. I don't know why. Apparently I don't know much, but here we go. So the riff goes. And then, so yeah, that riff. But tremolo picked. The way you can get a good tremolo pick going is practice with the metronome, get the speed, click, 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 and just practice getting that consistent right hand. That'll prep you for the other riff that goes like this. That riff picked out is fucked that up. Here we go. This song is an E harmonic minor. So I hope you had fun checking out these riffs. I know it's difficult because the guitar has no friggin' fret markers. It's got them on the side, so it helps me. It doesn't help you guys. I'm sorry about that. But if you slow them down or if you check it out, you'll be able to see it. Just keep in mind this is an extremely long neck, so the first fret's all the way up here, where on a normal guitar would be about here. So just keep in mind with that, just about everything I showed you is in either B minor or E minor, or B harmonic minor and E harmonic minor. So generally the same old shit that I usually play. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it. Just remember, just play it slow, pick it up slow. You don't need the amp setup we have on this record to make that happen, or this guitar, or any of that shit. Just if you want to play the lower 7-string stuff, like I said, you can tune your 6-string down. You just need to, I recommend going to a guitar shop, you know, somewhere trusted. Make sure they don't charge you like $100. That's kind of a ripoff for this kind of job. All they have to do is tune your guitar down to B standard, you know, so B to B. And you'll need thicker strings. If you have a Floyd Rose, it's gonna be a little more difficult than a fixed bridge. Once you have that, whatever amp you've got at home works. The secret that I found to just get a quick, good tone, I always use this with every amp I use, except for this amp I'm using right now, is I just get either, you know, you get like an MXR overdrive distortion, or some kind of overdrive pedal, you know, some kind of overdrive distortion. Set everything on 50%, let's just say, for that to be easy. Go from your guitar straight into that thing on, into your normal distortion setting. Back off on the gain a little bit, because that overdrive's gonna be pumping way more gain. I'd say set everything at 50%, excluding volume, because you'll be deaf if you do that. Set everything at 50% and just move them around slightly from there, because less is more with our tone. We've been finding a lot more and more. So less gain, less shit, and use that. If you use that overdrive thing, you'll be able to get closer to our tone than not having it. So with that, you'll be close enough. You'll be close enough to getting our tone, and go from there. And take it slow. Try it with a metronome. Try it with the record. You know, I might have slopped it up a little bit. When you're listening with headphones, you can hear more of the inflections, like the chekas or the slides and shit that we do on the record. And have fun with it. The stuff's not too bad. You'll get it. Have fun.